Hello guys and welcome to Talkshow number 13, Hobbies. Hobbies.
Hobbies.
And our guest today is, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Jonathan Ryu. I'm in Vietnam for quite a while, and I met these guys around the lake playing guitar. That's why I'm here today.
Wow, an interesting guys. So what we're gonna talk about today is a little bit about hobbies, and then a little bit about these guys. So I'm going to start. Okay. So what do you think about hobbies? What do you think about hobbies?
What I think about it,
Yeah.
I think it's quite important to have any hobbies, because if you don't have any, like, life can be pretty sad
War.
and boring.
Yeah.
So you have to have some kind of interest in your life, otherwise I think you could maybe lose track of your own life, maybe in the future.
Yeah. Do you think that hobbies is kind of favorite things in your life?
I think it's music for myself.
Yeah, that you can do it repeatedly every day.
Yes, I do it every day.
Yeah. So, how long have you been fascinated in guitar?
Maybe we could say music. Music, I've been fascinated by it maybe my whole life. But I've been playing guitar for like 8 years, something like that. But maybe 4 years that I was very serious about it. Like the 4 other years I was playing around too much, fooling around, doing video games and doing nothing. So I'm not proud of that part of my life though.
Do you think that you make your beer as your happiness?
You're not here.
No, I won't trade it. I won't.
No, I like it.
No,
Right.
should let it grow.
Yeah, and our
No.
co-MC today is Miss Ngọc, and she has something to say.
I'm Ruby.
She want to be celebrity.
And why you want to be a celebrity?
I have no idea.
She just wants.
Habits is, reading books, but it's not kind of novel or something serious. It's just something about life. They teach me about how to live more positive and more motivation. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very important in our life, because if we don't have any habits in our life, it must be so boring.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Mr. Zung, what's your habits?
My habits is something normal, you know. I wash my teeth every day. I wash my face, take a shower at least 2 times a day. But more importantly, my habits is reading books.
Yeah.
I read it every day and make the channels on the Facebook. 1,000 day continuously reading. So I want to broaden my mind in English and in everything around the world, with many pages on the Facebook, on BBC, and some other views on the internet. And that makes me, every day is kind of obligation for me.
Yeah, getting more knowledge.
Yeah. Do you have the same, you have to read books every day?
Yeah, I don't read books, but I go on the internet. You can find some books if you, I can say like that, some information, depends on what. But I'm trying to get more into books, because there's many things that you can learn on books. And I think I've been losing my time for the 8 last years not doing important stuff with my life, so right now I'm trying to read more.
What kind of books do you like most?
I think books that, I don't like novels, like, which has story. It's not really my type, but actually prefer books that gets to you and makes you think differently. right now I have one book it's about motivation. It's like
Yeah.
get shit done. That's how it's called. It's actually helping. It's a business guy. It's totally not related to music, but you can relate yourself to that guy. How he just went from doing some cooking, shitty restaurant, and then doing it on private ship on the sea. And seriously, it's amazing what he has done. But that guy just been really focused on his goal, and he was positive.
So you mean that guy's kind of your role model?
It's not a model, but I'm just trying to
You know, someone that you really admire, role model.
people that I admire. I think it's artists, like bands that I love that actually doing music, or even people from my hometown that actually right now are living off music. And I'm not jealous of them, I admire them because they did what they had to do to get there. Me, I did nothing. That's why I'm still, I don't have anything online, or I haven't shared my music because I was kind of scared. And I just figured it out like a few months ago why I haven't done it, because I was scared to share my inner emotion with people. Because my music is very personal. So it's like to share a part of me with people. Sometimes you don't want to hear what they think of it, but I know it can help some people, because music has helped me a lot. So I think if I can help people as well.
You know that we have this statement that music can bring us together because it's so emotional. If we have the same feeling with the other people,
Yes.
we can play, get along well with them
Yeah.
when we hear the same music.
Yeah.
So
Even
that's the way to bring people along with each other.
yes, it totally is. Even back home, I had one night. It was a big jam, an open stage, and I did meet like a lot of people. I did play music with like incredible musicians. They were really awesome, and sometimes music speaks by itself, you know. Even one time I had one experience. I didn't know the guy. Okay,
Yeah.
he came into a party night we had in an apartment back home, and that guy just came in, and we just began to play, and we played for 5 hours and a half in a row. Like together, it was an amazing experience with all the people that was there. Everybody was singing, and we seriously was one of the most amazing nights in my life. I will remember that night my whole life, because we didn't know each other, and we were jamming and improvising, and we always knew where that guy was going, or even him. He was like, okay, and everything was perfect. It was really amazing. It was really cool.
So you guys had the same passion with the other.
Yeah, but we were playing two different styles completely, and we just, I don't know, he was a good musician, so that helps a lot. And he knows when you jam with people, you have to leave some room to people to improvise, you know, because some people just have their ego on the table and they want to show off the whole time they're playing. It's when you jam with people, it's all about sharing and just like doing music together, create something together. So it's really cool. So that's why at some point I'm like, maybe I should play with people more than being a lone wolf, because all I do is playing alone.
You have think that you can organize your own concert in the future.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe the open concerts in the streets, on the streets.
Yeah, but maybe I will play this weekend in around the lake. Just
Yeah.
open my case and play some song and improvise some things. Maybe I will do it. But like you said, it will only be sad songs. No happy
It
songs.
sounds good.
At least.
So today, are you ready to play some of your favorite song so the audience can hear you?
Yeah, let's show us some your talent.
Okay. I can play a part of a song of mine.
Yeah.
Right now it's only guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, on the way you go to music, are there any difficulties? Kind of the hurdle, the difficulties that you will have faced?
Oh yes. Like right now, that piece still needs some practice, like on the timings of the percussions and the playing. But that's one of my weakness, I think. Sometimes I can play not really on the click, so I have to work on that. Because if I play with a band, you have to be really tight. So maybe yes, I can be good in what I do, but I have many flaws that I have to work on. Because you can't be perfect. Like in music, you can perfect yourself in so many ways. There's always something you have to practice. And nowadays, like lately, I've been really, like on my case, like you're bad at this, you're bad at this, get better at this, get better at this. So it's kind of hard on my mind, I think, and on myself.
No, you shouldn't care about them.
Yeah.
You can fulfill your flaws by practicing.
Yeah, but that's one thing. Like I have so much, like I have free time. I have pretty much a lot of free time, and sometimes when you have so much free time, it's so easy to not being focused on what you have to do. And I'm currently like working on that, like to get shit done, because I've been like, it's been so many years since I haven't posted anything online about my music, and I'm not really proud of that.
So how come you fall in love with music, guitar?
Back then I was listening to a metal band, like, and I was playing electric guitar at first. I really got into it. And the thing, I think at first how I really got into like it was like every kid you think it's cool to play music. And then I got injured, like I was doing some boarding and I just couldn't do anything like other than gaming. And I was bored at some point. I'm like, okay, I want to do something else. So I just picked up my guitar because I already had one, but like every kid I had one, but I wasn't playing it. But at some point I just began to play and I was learning some songs. Like I just really got into it. And after that I found out like maybe 2 years later, I found out about those guys who's doing those crazy things on the acoustic guitar, and I really got into it. So I learned some songs. And even back then when I was listening to metal music, I was composing a lot with one of my friends. And then I just learned some techniques of some songs that I did like in acoustic playing. And I just got into it. And I haven't learned many songs in years. I mean, that's what I was doing is my thing.
Did you, in the process of learning, sometimes we hit a black hole, and it seems like that you're improving. You're not improving. Did you have kind of a feeling when you were playing guitar in the past?
Yes, yes. It is like in the last year, because I've been maybe practicing vocals for like 2 years. So that was refreshing because I was bad at singing, and then I just got better and I was seeing improvements. And then at guitar I just figured out I have to like just put my weakness on the table and just work on them. And now I'm just, before I wasn't playing very clear, like you couldn't hear every note I was doing. So now I'm really working on that and I already saw some improvements. So yes, but there is always something you can perfect and get better at. Always just stop lying to yourself and just face the truth. Just, okay, I'm bad at this. I'm really bad. So rather than avoiding this, just do it and get better at it.
How they can make it their habits.
Yeah.
They can do it every day, repeat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is internet that is for you. Everybody have access today to internet, and just you can learn anything of YouTube about guitar. I think that's how I learned. But I had one guy that was with me. He was playing for 6 years back then, and he was helping me a lot. But I mean, just you will. I'm pretty sure you know some people who plays guitar, and they can help you out. And I think internet is one of the best things. But just find some maybe videos about every technique for beginner. So something that you will get like no bad habits, because you can get really bad habits by playing an instrument. It's like anything. But I think YouTube or private class can cost a lot. Maybe it can help you out. But I think internet is the key today. You can learn anything. If you don't know how to do mechanic, you can even go on the internet how to remove that piece of the bike. You have everything. Like internet is a big library. You have access to anything. I think it's the best way.
I think that I realize the way you don't give up. You always try to fix your mistake and your flaws, and I learn from you. I learn from you that thing, and I think people should learn from you that we shouldn't give up when you get in trouble. Even you are learning English and you can't communicate with foreigners. You don't know how to speak with them. Just don't give up and keep learning, keep practicing, and you can feel your improvement day by day.
I can learn many things from you, but what's really important that you share with us is you should put all your heart and soul in everything, maybe that's your passion. So when you really love it, I think that there is nothing can stop you from going ahead. So that's wraps up our post of today about habits. Thank you guys for
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Ciao. Tạm biệt.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Tạm biệt.